Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Wow, I haven't done a video in a long time. Well, a movie review in a long time. But anyway, I am your girl R.S. Lewis, aka Insomniac Writer, and today we are reviewing The Suicide Squad. Not to be confused with Suicide Squad. It is a sequel. Anyway, before we get started, make sure you like, comment, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell because you got to get notified because that's a thing. Yeah, so let's get to it. The Suicide Squad, written and directed by James Gunn. Yeah, that guy who was canceled and uncanceled. Yeah, hard to come back from that, but he did it. Anyway, James Gunn put together an ensemble of lesser known, I'm going to use lesser known, obscure, or old villains and characters and brought us the Suicide Squad. Now, if you watch Harley Quinn, the animated series, a lot of these characters are familiar, like the Rat King, even though he's not in it, his daughter's in it, as well as King Shark, who's also on The Flash. So if you watch that, then you kind of know the character. But anyway, the point is a lot of these characters I have never even heard of, like Polka Dot Man, the Detachable Kid, Mongol and Javelin, and God knows else. But anyway, the point is a lot of these characters are just so obscure that even though you think, all right, they're just going to be dispatchable, or you're thinking James Gunn is going to do what he did, like he did with Guardians of the Galaxy, which was lesser known to a lot of people who only know comic book characters through movies. I'm just going to say I wish my kid was here because she is so good with this type of thing. And she's my comic book aficionado. But hey, you guys got me. So anyway, Suicide Squad picks up right after, The Suicide Squad, the sequel, picks up right where the previous entry is. We know the characters. We know what the deal is. Prisoners. You get some time off, you do this job. If you don't, and you try to desert or escape, boom, your head goes kabooey. You know that the Harley Quinn movie exists because Harley Quinn and Joker have broken up, so there's no Jared Leto and makeup and everything. But there is a universe where these things exist. The movie just doesn't harp on it. We don't get flashbacks trying to explain why this is that. And I like that. Another thing that I really like, and this is like probably towards the middle of the movie, the rat catcher's daughter, Rat Catcher Part 2. She's having a heartfelt moment with Idris Elba's character, Blood something. Anyway, they're having a heartfelt moment and they're talking about their fathers. And it was a dramatic, cinematic moment. It was really heartfelt because the rat catcher, she's talking about the love that she had for her father, despite him having his problems, his vices and everything. Whereas Idris Elba is talking about his father, and it's, yeah, not so nice. I almost shed a tear, especially if you have daddy issues. But what it doesn't do, it doesn't follow up that tenseness with some shitty joke or a humor moment like we see in Black Widow, which was something I really fucking hated. But that's neither here nor there. Other things that I like is that this movie doesn't take itself as serious as the previous Suicide Squad movie. The previous one saw us meeting these characters. It's serious. The world is coming to an end. But here, they're a little bit more lighter, except for Amanda Waller, because Viola Davis is the fucking shit. So she stays in that I want to hate you character. She's probably the best version of Amanda Waller. Even though the one on Arrow kind of came close, she is definitely one of the best of the best live action versions of this character. John Cena is in it. The competition between Idris Elba and John Cena, that's pretty fun. And that's hilarious to see them just like bravado, testosterone, just, my muscles are bigger. I can shoot this faster. I'm better. My weapons. So to see them kind of competing with one another, but kind of having like a bro friendly type of thing, but hating each other, that's pretty cool. There's actually a scene with him in his tighty whities that I cannot get out of my mind for some reason. If you know, you know. Speaking of which, this movie is rated R, and it literally earns every bit of that R rating. There's gore, there's violence, things are getting blown up, heads are getting eaten off, all types of crazy stuff. There's even a full frontal shot of a guy. Did I just see that? But yeah, there's some stuff you can't unsee in this movie. They pretty much just say, hey, we're gonna do whatever the fuck we want in this movie. And that's that. But the movie is still fun. The jokes land pretty well. There's some that are like, but for the most part, the movie is hilarious and it's a fun time. And the characters are kind of more cohesive than they were. And I understand, okay, we're just throwing them together and they're just in this shitstorm. But in this version, in this sequel, it's like, okay, we're going to get along, and there's just that chemistry. They work better as a team. Especially there's this scene where they're in this bar and they're all having a drink, having a good time, and then it's back to business. It's back to the mission. Let's take this guy out. Oh, one of the doctors from Doctor Who, he plays the Thinker. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm not a big Doctor Who fan, but I recognized him and I was like, oh, the older looking one. But anyway, the point is like, it's great. Margot Robbie comes back as Harley Quinn, and she's good. Jai, what's his face, is back as Captain Boomerang. And of course, you got Amanda Waller. But other than that, the rest of this cast is new. And like I said, I didn't know anything about any of these other characters. I definitely have never heard of Javelin. And if I did, it's definitely in the far reaches of my brain. My first thought was when I heard that they were going to cast relatively unknown comic book characters, I was like, one or two things is going to happen. They're going to be dispatched off very easily, or they're going to make these characters way fucking awesome. And for the most part, a lot of them were. We got to see how their powers work, you know, in retrospect to how they look on comic book pages and, you know, versus the real screen. So it's like, oh, okay, cool. But there are someone like Savant. We didn't really get to see what he could do to the full extent. And I didn't like that. I thought I wanted to see. It was like, yo, they keep doing my man dirty. He was the actor guy, whatever. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy. Yo, he's definitely like, I don't know. He's a great actor. So I'm wondering why, you know, we're not seeing, we didn't get to see more of them. But anyway, speaking of the rat catcher I mentioned earlier, outside of that heartfelt moment she had earlier about her dad, she tends to be the glue that holds this group together. She's the youngest, but she's really nice and she's really sweet. Harley Quinn is just crazy. That's just to be expected. And what makes her great in this movie, I know they tried to do it in her standalone movie. It just didn't work as well as it works here. So, you know, it is what it is, but whatever. Margot Robbie is still fucking awesome. So that's all you have to worry about there if you're looking for some girl power. I was kind of bummed that they didn't bring Killer Croc, but I guess one CGI thing is enough. King Shark, he looks pretty fucking awesome. For him to not be real, to him to be the CGI, like the lighting and the way it looked up close, it really looked like, oh, that's a fucking shark. So I really did enjoy the graphics. The blood didn't look too CGI fake, you know, where there's scenes where people are exploding and whatnot. Definitely did enjoy that. I would have liked to see some of these obscure characters show more of their powers. I mean, they pretty much pulled a Deadpool 2 route where they like, all right, we're going to introduce these cool characters played by awesome fucking actors that you know and love, and then we're just going to dispatch them. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't put a spoiler alert. Maybe I should have did that early on. Oh, well, I'll put it in the description or the title. Anyway, what did you think about Suicide Squad? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you love it? Let me know in the comments, because where else are you going to leave them? Are you going to go check it out in the movie theater, or are you going to go check it out on HBO Max? We're streaming until September 5th, I believe. Either way, I think it's a fun outing, and it's definitely going on my list of sequels that outdo its predecessors, which I think I'm going to do a list because that needs to be done. Anyway, guys, again, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yeah, you got your work cut out for you. You got to go to work. When you tune into my channel, you just got to go to work. No, that's the thing with YouTube. It's like, if you don't already have 1 million subscribers, yeah, you got to work hard for them. So anyway, tell your friends about this channel. I'm sure I got something that everyone would like to watch. Either it's the movie stuff or you can do some Zumba. Okay, I'm gonna get off of here. Anyway, I'm off this joint. Be awesome, be you, but above all else, love yourself, and I will be back with another video soon.